When Dr. Dre hosted the Super Bowl, it was more of we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? If ever Lil Wayne had to host the Super Bowl, I don't know what magic he was gonna pull out, but what Kendrick did, and Not Like Us, that song, it was an anthem that he had to bury Drake. He had to bury Drake with his ashes. Oh, Valentine's Day is things of the white people. Only white people do those stuff like now. Imagine you are in the hood, right? You got flowers with you to give your girlfriend, then everybody's looking. They be like, what the fuck? What is this nigga trying to do? What is this nigga trying to prove to women? Like to act like they're not expecting anything, but when that day comes, they be being like, so did you forget that it's Valentine's Day? So what are we doing today? I'm like, hold on, bitch. You just acted like you don't know what the fuck is going on today. Now that your friends are giving you pressure, you be like, okay, so what do you have? What you got for me? I'm like, bitch, I got this nuts for your beggars. So lay down. Let me bang you up.
Trejo Tebogo from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung.
Hey, yo, what up? This is your boy TT, and welcome back to the LungTrey segment. Remember, this is the segment we'll be talking, listening, cheering, laughing. If it's laughable, niggas. So you all know, you gotta laugh. I mean, that's the whole point. The point is to laugh. So, but then, anyway, shout out to our sponsors for today's episode, the Castle Lager and the Roadhouse somewhere in Brakpan. Yeah, they said they just want to spread love since it's the month of love, and since it's Monday, they were like, you know what, we're gonna give you a full plate of fries and a can of beer, Castle Lager to be precise. So that's our sponsorship for today. So I don't know, man, where are we supposed to start? Where are we supposed to begin? Because a lot has happened. Maybe we can start with the Super Bowl that Kendrick performed last night, because I gotta tell you this, man, this shit was epic. It was a banger beat. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Actually, I have in the hood. I have seen something like that in the hood, but the Super Bowl that Kendrick performed last night, man, it kind of made me, it reminded me of the time Michael Jackson was hosting the Super Bowl back in the, I forgot which year, but back in the 90s. Like, the performances was stunning. Everything, it was on point. And Samuel L. Jackson hosting the thing. I mean, Kendrick Lamar was hosting, but Samuel L. Jackson, he took it far, man. He just came there and did his thing and be like, no, Kendrick, that's not what the people want. Show what the people want. Give them what the people want. Something like that. That was like, oh, because, okay, when I remember, when I'm trying to reflect back at what really happened, when was it? When Dr. Dre hosted the Super Bowl, it was more of we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? But when now Kendrick performed at the Super Bowl, it was more of they're not like us. And somehow Kendrick brought the whole crowd. He brought the whole crowd on stage to a point where I felt like, damn, I'm in the hood. Somebody finna rob my ass in terms of, but the performance was stunning. The movement, the choreographer, everything, and the set. The set, man, the introduction where he was just standing on that GNX car, man. Next thing, it's something else. I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. The Super Bowl, Kendrick, shout out to the guy, man. I don't know if ever Lil Wayne had to host the Super Bowl. I don't know what magic he was gonna pull out, but what Kendrick did, and Not Like Us, that song, it was an anthem that he had to bury Drake. He had to bury Drake with his ashes. All those stuff, man. These chips are nice. They're so nice, this price. But anyways, I don't want to be talking a lot about politics or the politics of the industry. So, since it's the month of love, I've took it upon myself to make it look like this. Okay, let me try something. It's the month of love, and I'm trying to lay out a certain perspective of how other people view or get to celebrate Valentine's Day. Because you know what? When I was a kid, when I grew up, I never saw my mama or my daddy giving each other some flowers or some gifts where like they're saying Happy Valentine's Day, my love. Hey, I love you. Have a nice day at work. Da, 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 da. I've never seen anything like that. But it only started to appearing in my mind when I was later in high school, when I started to see people walking around with red flowers, and I asked myself, what's going on, people? And they'd be like, it's Valentine. I'm like, wait, what is Valentine? They'd be like, Valentine is a day where you gotta buy your special somebody a gift or give them flowers, chocolates, a lot of that, a lot of those. So, but I was like, I don't have a girlfriend, so who am I gonna give those gifts to? I thought about it, but then I never bought anybody a gift for Valentine's Day. Back in the days, I'm not talking about the now. I'm still trying to lay out the foundation of how other people get to see Valentine's Day, how they get to perceive it. Because I'm from the hood, right? I'm from the township. And when I'm from the township, I'm from a place where when you wake up in the morning, it's whether it's 5 a.m. or it's 6 in the morning, people already have started drinking, right? If that person probably they don't have a job whatsoever, they're just gonna drink the whole day or be smoking weed, all those stuff, just to make the day go by. You know what I mean? So, and then when somebody is probably working, in most cases they gotta wake up early in the morning, they have to go catch a taxi, and now they have to wait on long queues, and now they have to take a 45 minutes plus drive to work. And when they get to work, now they are dealing with somebody who has never dealt with anything like that. And then they be like, hey Tommy, did you finish what I gave you? Be like, nigga, can you really try to understand where I'm from? Do you know that I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, but only to clock at 8 a.m.? Do you see how sick this is? Meanwhile, when you're talking about other people who are living in the suburbs, stuff like that, they probably wake up 30 minutes before they go to work, and then they just take like a 10 minutes drive, and then they are at work. Or in most cases, they don't have to deal with catching a taxi, stuff like that. So now when you're talking about Valentine, imagine in the hood. Now I'm giving you a certain scenario. Imagine you are in the hood, right? You got flowers with you to give your girlfriend, and everybody's looking. They'd be like, what the fuck? What is this nigga trying to do? What is this nigga trying to prove, to be precise? Because you should have just gave us that money so that we can drink it, consume it, just like we do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if whether I'm talking about Valentine's Day as a whole, or the difference between living in the suburbs and living in the hood. Because and this thing, it goes back to what I was saying about the Kendrick performance at the Super Bowl. Because this nigga brought the whole crowd to the stage, right? And somehow it looks like, have you ever have you ever been in a situation where uh, you just got employed and your friends are not working and you're still trying to make your friend get a job, and then you end up bringing them to your work, and then next thing they fuck shit up. But in terms of the Super Bowl, it didn't happen like that. What I'm trying to say is, in the hood, there are some shit that doesn't work, and there are some shit that really works. Because now, when we're talking about Valentine's Day is things of the white people. Only white people do those stuff like Happy Valentine's Day, my love, giving each other like breakfast in bed, all those type of bullshit. But in terms of a black person, Valentine's Day, I mean, it might happen only if you got your bonus at work. And if you're not working, I mean, you're gonna have to wait until you get where you start working, and then now you have to participate in the Valentine's Day thing. Because I'm not speaking ill of Valentine's Day because maybe I'm not seeing anybody recently or currently, but I just want to say, man, I'm in a happy place. I'm in a place where now I don't. Nobody need to stress me out and be like, "Oh, did you forgot to do this? Oh, you didn't say good night. You didn't say happy whatever." I'm like, chill out, chill out. You know I love you. So why are you busy bitching about me not saying happy Valentine's Day? Because, and as women like to act like they're not expecting anything, but when that day comes, they be being like, "So, did you forget that it's Valentine's Day? So, what are we doing today?" I'm like, "Hold on, bitch. You just acted like you don't know what the fuck's going on today. Now that your friends are giving you pressure, you be like, okay, so what do you have? What you got for me?" I'm like, "Bitch, I got this nut for your beggars. So lay down. Let me bang you up." So, but anyways, why is it weird for women to buy their man a gift on Valentine's Day? Meanwhile, a guy can just do it just like that on the spot. I mean, sometimes I be doing this stuff because I saw one of my friends doing it. I'm like, nah, man, that nigga ain't gonna be better than me. Let me try it out. You know what I mean? And I really did try it out, and it really did work. So, but hey, why is it when it's Valentine's Day, you bitches start acting like, "Oh, I didn't know. Oh my God, it's so cute." I mean, you already know what your guy got you last year. The least you can do is predict that, okay, last year he bought me a lingerie. Well, maybe today, this year he might buy me like this and that. Even if he doesn't, how about I buy him something? Not even you don't even need to buy something. You just gotta show somebody that you love them, you appreciate them, and maybe you cook them a proper warm meal, just like the Roadhouse did to me. They gave me some fries and they gave me a can of beer. But I ain't gonna drink it because I'm not drinking. These are just my sponsors. You gotta be grateful for your sponsors. Sometimes, you know. So I don't know. I really don't wanna talk about Valentine because I'm fucking fed up with this fucking thing. I'm fucking pissed. Valentine's Day, I mean, you know I love you, so what's the point? Why are we bitching around about tararara, tararara? Anyways, I want to talk about something I'm doing right now with my team. We are podcasting, right? We're podcasters, right? Somebody asked me that. Actually, they didn't ask me. They said it to me. They said podcasting is easier than to make movies, a song, or being on radio. I'm like, bitch, what? Are you crazy? Do you know how much time we consume while trying to make this thing be perfect. You don't know. But now you just hear saying all those posts. Okay, let me give you an example. In most cases, most of the podcasters, they are from the background of radio, so they were broadcasters before. They worked at radio, from your YFM, your Breakfast Club, your Kaya FM, your all those bullshit, the community radio stations, right? So now, in terms of podcasting, we take that radio station, now we turn it into a visual thing. The only difference about podcasting is that it's not 24/7 like a radio station. But even a movie, we can write a movie today only to shoot it maybe after 10 years, because we'll be looking at certain challenges, certain measures like your geographical challenges, your global challenges. Sometimes we'll be looking at stuff like funding. So in terms of a podcast, I mean, you can do it whenever, wherever, anytime, but you still have to put in the work. You still gotta conduct certain research in order for your bloggers to be relevant. Because think of all these podcasts, think of all these podcasts as radio stations. So now audience get to choose which station do we like or do we prefer. Which character do we prefer to hear while they're talking, whatever they're talking? Radio station, podcasting is one and the same thing. Shooting movies and what? I don't know, making a song, it's one and the same thing, because sometimes in terms of a song, you can produce something and then be like, nah, let this shit wait up because I don't feel like the world is ready for this. Only to find out that, I can tell you, maybe it's gonna be inappropriate if I say it's possible that Not Like Us was recorded 2 years ago in order for the beef to start arising last year. That could be possible. But I'm not hearing. I'm just busy out here eating my fries, thinking about this Valentine shit, and I'm like, I ain't gonna give nobody a damn thing. Because you know what? Happy Valentine's to me. Happy Valentine's to me. That's how I'm just gonna do it. But without further ado, this is me and this is you. I'm out like the motherfucker. I'm glad today I didn't talk about politics, because there's a lot going on at Rwanda with RSA, military, and all those type of bullshit, USA, whatever. It's New World Order, baby. One religion, one system, and one currency. It's coming. So, but anyways, this is me and this is you, and I'm out.